Hello and welcome. Welcome to the pool room. I have in front of me another Run magazine. And it is possible that I wrote, oh yes, Telecomputing Workshop by David Bradley. Advice and answers to your questions on modems, terminal programs, bulletin boards, and more. Page 84. This is June of 1987. Oh my. There's a whole whack of stuff here. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Let's get comfy and try not to knock things down here. This month, I'm going to start the workshop with some updates on past columns, plus a couple of other items for you to keep in mind. First, last February, I said you have to be a member of TPUG, Trying to Pet User Group, to order discs from their library of Commodore programs. I've since learned that non-members can order discs for $15 each. Members get them for $10 once they paid the $25 membership fee. TPUG's address is, it doesn't matter, it's not there anymore. In December's issue, I mentioned that Quantum Link didn't yet have an access program for the Plus 4. Now I have found out that they never will. I'm sorry if I got your hopes up. Remember, if you want to run your BBS, if you want your BBS listed on Runs BBS, the running board, send me all the pertinent information and I'll add it to the growing list. By the way, you can reach me online as Dav Bradley on Quantum Link, David Bradley on Delphi, and David Bradley on Node 13 of the Punternet. Last but not least, if you send me a question, please include all the details you can think of when I'm trying to solve your telecommunications puzzles. It helps me to have as many pieces as possible. Yes, that's true. Even recently, I got a message from a guy who's having pet trouble. And he's like, I need help with a pet. I'm like, okay, so what's it doing? What's it not doing? Like, and I still haven't got really specifics. So it's hard. Like, for example, there's a thing with a Commodore 64. If you have a joystick plugged in to port number 1 and it has an auto fire thing, or the joystick is leaning over something, it'll mess up the keyboard. Not permanently, but you just gotta undo the joystick. So I always tell people, unplug everything. Anyway. I own a C64 and a 1541 disk drive, an MPS 81 printer, and a 1702 monitor. A friend just gave me a 1600 VIC modem with Quantum Link software only. Can I get software that will let me access local bulletin boards with my system? There are lots of terminal programs available for the C64 and the 1600. Try to find out what transfer protocols, Punter, Xmodem, Kermit, or other, your local BBS supports, and then send $5 plus $1 postage to Public Domain Solutions. Describe your equipment and the protocols you'll be using, and they'll send you a disk of programs for your modem. In a couple of recent columns, you mentioned 2 programs, rel-zconf.z and links version 6 and above, that convert relative files to sequential files, which is necessary for uploading CompuServe. Where can I get these programs? Oh yeah. Both available in Public Domain Solutions. By the way, I think Links is now up to version 9. I don't even remember this. Funny those things. I've forgotten more than you ever knew. I recently purchased a Vox C6480 modem. It works fine with its own software, but will not with public domain terminal programs. Are there any such programs available that will support this modem? Also, can you recommend some games my friends and I can play via modem? Oh, this guy's in Newfoundland. John Etheridge. The Vox C6480 works differently from other modems, so public domain programs will not ordinarily support it unless they specifically say they do. Anyway, Public Domain Solutions has a disk. Anyway, there are games available you can play by modem. Operation Terminal is one that's advertised a lot. But before you buy any, make sure they support your C6480. That's something I have told people over many decades. And people say, oh, I'm going to get this. And then what program, what computer, what this, what that. And I said, oh, no, 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 you're doing it backwards. If there's something you want to do, find the program that does it and get the things that you need to make it work. And regardless. And if that means back in the day, it meant if there was a program that you absolutely needed for whatever and it didn't run on the Commodore or anything and it wasn't available, well, then don't get a Commodore 64. Just don't do it. Get what it runs on. Even, not that, well, some years ago, there was a suggestion that there was some program that might be very helpful to my son and that it would go on a tablet, and immediately there was this great, oh my God, oh, we have to get an iPad. And I said, whoa, 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 hold on. Find out what the program runs on, what system. Don't just run out and get an iPad and say, oh, look, it doesn't. Anyway, ended up, the program suggested was only available on Android. Can you imagine? So don't just get the hardware and hope the software is good and it's what you want. Find the program, find the app, and go from there. What do we got here? Like many computer owners, I'm on a tight budget. I don't have money to spend on subscription to CompuServe, QLink, or on long-distance phone bills. Are there toll-free bulletin boards? And if so, could you publish a list of them? I've been on the lookout for toll-free bulletin boards, but haven't found any yet. Perhaps other run readers can help. If anyone knows of a BBS you can access without phone charges, please send me the number and I will. And system specifications all included in the column. Meanwhile, you find a number of BBSs in the 404 area listed in the bulletin board section of the Computer Shopper, a monthly publication at newsstands. If any of those boards are in your local call area, then there won't be phone charges for accessing them. Yeah, that was the best thing. Find something local and hope that it was good. There was, with the PunterNet, even when I moved to Florida, my board was still on the PunterNet, and in the middle of the night, any messages back and forth between the boards, when the rates were cheap, the modem would call whichever node, and I would, have to pay the long distance charges. But really, it wasn't a whole lot of time. It was usually less than a minute. Boom, done. Anyway, yes, local is best. Local is best. Local is best. And back to like QLink and CompuServe, I know there was a fellow I worked with. His wife was on QLink, and she was running up massive bills. She was hooked. It was dangerous. Danger, danger, danger. I have a C64 and a 1541 disk drive and a 1670 modem. I want to use VIP terminal software with the system, but when I try to dial out, the modem dials, then plays a short tune and hangs up. What could be causing this problem? How can I fix it? The cause may be the printer or a defective chip in your computer. I've had a problem of this kind and have found that if I disconnect my printer, everything works fine. Another fellow I know has had a similar difficulty, but he tracked the cause down to one of his 6526 chips in the C64. If you can, try your modem and terminal program on another computer to see if that makes any difference. Donald Felch of Salem, Oregon, has had a related program. He owns a C128, a Star SL-10C printer, and a 1541 drive, and a 1571 drive. When he moved from a 1660 modem to a 1670, the 1670 wouldn't dial out, but it would work on another system, so he knew the fault wasn't with the modem. He went home and disconnected everything but one drive, and the modem worked. After he reconnected the other drive, the modem still worked. However, after he put the printer back online, the modem wouldn't dial out again. Wow, I don't remember any of this. I don't. cool. Anyway, as I've said to many people, unplug everything. Get your fast load cartridge out. Get your joysticks out. Like just down to Commodore 64, disk drive, everything. Anyway, I'd like to get a modem, but my dad has heard about phone bills involved. The phone bills. Anyway, is there any way to keep phone bills minimal? Users of national online services like CompuServe, The Source, and Genie certainly are familiar with large bills. However, the bills usually aren't from the phone companies because in many places these systems can be accessed locally via TimeNet or Telenet. The bills are from the systems themselves. Crawling bulletin boards long distance can also be expensive, and the phone bills are the culprit this time. The charges are the same as for voice calls. Before you get your modem, see if there are any free or low-cost bulletin boards in your local calling area. The computer shopper I mentioned above lists several in the 717 area codes. Some of them might be local calls for you. Indeed. You know what? Around Toronto, there was crazy stuff going on. Crazy, I tell you. Where I had a friend in Markham, Big John. And then there was another fellow, he lived in Bolton, Little John. I could call Little John. I could call Big John. They couldn't call each other without it being long distance, which was crazy. Now, I, at the time, was kind of in the middle, and I had call forwarding. So what I would do is Big John or Little John would call me, and then I would do my call forwarding for about 5 minutes to the other, so that then, say, Little John called me, it would immediately send it to Big John, but it avoided the long distance charges. Oh, long distance. Oh, those weenies. In my business, we transfer files between our Commodores, an SX64 and two 64s, and a Tandy 600. The Commodore systems include a disk drive, a printer, a Vogue C6420 modem, and Autocom 4 software to go with the modem. So far, we've been transferring the files through the serial port of the Tandy, but this limits the speed to 300 baud. The Tandy has an RS-232 port also, and we have a null modem cable available to plug it into. If I were to buy an RS-232 interface to install between the Commodores and the null modem, could we transfer files at higher speeds, perhaps even 2400 baud? We'd also need software for the Commodores. Is there a program available that would suit the purpose? The Tandy has built-in software that supports up to 9600 baud. Is this project feasible, or are we out in left field? No, you're not out in left field. An RS-232 interface would work is the Omnitronics Deluxe, available for $49.99, $49.95, plus $2 shipping and handling from Omnitronics in Seattle, Washington. A good software choice would be Third Term that you can get from Public Domain Solutions, address above, for $5 plus $1 postage. With these products added to your system, you should certainly be able to transfer 1200 baud and possibly 2400 baud as well. Time is money, and it won't take long for the added hardware and software to pay for themselves. What's this? I have a Westridge modem, and I purchased for my Commodore 64. The software came with the modem downloads program and sequential files filled with hex numbers. Now I bought a C128 and I want to download programs from 128 and CPM modes as well. What software can I get that will do the trick? Harvey Hackett, Glenview, Illinois. I don't know of a program that will do everything you want. However, if you send $3 to Public Domain Solutions, address above, for their catalog, I'm sure you'll find one or more programs that will meet your needs. Telecommuting Workshop survey. Would you take a few minutes to help me make Telecommuting Workshop the most informative column possible? I need to know what equipment, software, and online services work well for you. With a store of this information for many readers, I'll be able to answer your questions more accurately and thoroughly. Please send a list of your computers, disk drive, modems, printers, and other equipment that you use, plus the telecommunication software that runs with it. Also include the names of your favorite BBSs and their features, hours, operating speeds, and what you like about them. If you use any of the national online networks like QuantumLink, Delphi, or PeopleLink, P-Link, list those and what you like about them too. Send your response to me at the address below. Thank you. Yes, indeedy. This was June of 1987. Long ago. Long ago. Well, I've really got the itch to go down to the basement and try and dig out a box. And I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be even computer stuff, just some box that I have not looked into since we moved a long time ago. So maybe, possibly, I'll do that. And then we'll see. I suspect I'll record, and once again, it may not be computer related. It may not at all. But not that I'm tired of what's going on here. I want to get this all done. But I ache to just, it's funny when you do a lot of the same things day after day. Sometimes you just get the itch to do something different. And I'm itchy. So maybe I'll go to the basement and try and dig something out. It will not be easy, but I believe it must be done. All right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. We'll see you again soon, back in some room, somewhere, sometime. Until then, have a lovely day. Bye for now.